Now, 1 year on from the London Paralympic Games, campaigners say attitudes towards disabled people have not improved. A poll by the disability charity Scope says that many disabled people feel they are labelled as scroungers, and some even think their lives have become worse.
The charity says progress made after the Paralympics has been undermined by a crisis in living standards. But the government insists the UK is a world leader in supporting those with disabilities.
The Paralympic opening ceremony a year ago was followed by a gold rush among British athletes. By the time the Paralympics ended, they were hailed as a breakthrough.
Well, we can speak now to the disability rights campaigner, Nash. She famously took Barnet Council to court over a decision by the authority to outsource some of its services. Welcome, thanks very much indeed for coming in. What are your thoughts on this survey, the results of this survey?
Hello, Sophie. Thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity to voice some concerns. It is disappointing for us in the disability community to be able to live and to survive and to do any sport properly. Many things have got a factor in it. It's not only one thing. We had a little bit of success with the Paralympics being matched with the Olympics in London, and that gave us a huge boost. And our hope was that it would continue with legacy, to be something positive, encouraging, and getting people healthy.
Has it?
It hasn't. Unfortunately and sadly, it hasn't. But it's not because of the policies of the Paralympics or the Olympic.
Do you think people hoped for too much? Because at the time, Scope, we just said, called the Paralympic Games a breakthrough moment, and it was going to change the way that people with disabilities were seen. Do you think that was too much to hope for, really?
No, this is what we constantly hope for. We constantly hope that policies that governments around the world, and particularly government in the UK, would encourage the inclusion of disabled people to make life the same as everybody else. Just because you're in a wheelchair, or you got a mental health problem, or you have a heart problem, you should be able to engage in the best way possible. And the only way to do that is by enabling people to do it. So you need sports clubs, you need equipment, you need support workers, and that takes money. When we constantly being told that our benefits are cut, we have to pay extra tax on benefits, on bedroom tax, we can't live. It's crisis. It makes us worse. So we are very disappointed in that way. If we had more sports facilities, if we had more equipment, we would be able to cope a little bit better. That, all right, we haven't got maybe enough money to pay for food, but at least we can get some exercise and get a bit healthier.
The Department of Work and Pensions has said that it's spending £50 billion a year on disabled people and their services. I mean, what would you say to the government? Because it's alarming. Some people think that 22% of the people that spoken to said that actually things have got worse.
Yes, it actually has got worse, because when you take away the little bit of money that you're entitled to for extra tax, the tax should be coming from another quarter. It should be coming from the banks. It should be coming from the policies of the government to enable disabled people to live properly, so they don't become a burden on society later on. Because when you have a disability and then you increase the worry, you become under mental health. You then need more hospitalisation, you need more medication, which is a burden on the government and on us at the end of it, because our lives won't be good.
We must leave it there. Maria,
all right.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much.